Okay, so you launched Rocket League and you have no idea how to wall to air dribble. Even worse, all the tutorials that you've watched make it look so much easier than it actually is. So I made this video, the definitive tutorial on how to wall to air dribble. Anybody could use this tutorial to learn how, whether you're just starting out or polishing up on your old mechanics, whether you use free roll or directional, or both if you're the GOAT, or neither if you suck. Well, actually, you may not be able to do it with neither. That seems pretty hard. I'm going to give you every single piece of information I know in order to help you practice and improve your air dribbling. And if you do walk away from this video learning something new, please consider subscribing. I am a lot smaller than you might think, and I have other videos planned that, hey, could be actually pretty good. But that's enough stalling. Let's jump right in and begin with the setup. Here's a common first mistake. When bringing the ball up the wall, you're not getting under the ball enough. If you go too much to the side, you'll just end up throwing the ball too far away to catch up to, and then you'll lose control before you actually make it to the net. But you actually don't want to go directly under either, because this will just prop the ball straight up and it'll make it way harder to actually direct towards the goal. The sweet spot is at an angle, going from diagonally under while still facing the direction you want to bring the ball. You also don't want to be boosting hella fast, because you might just launch the ball too far, and you want to keep it close enough for when you actually start your air dribble. Alright, we're done with the easy stuff. Before we continue, I want to mention that at the end, I will show you guys an example clip using all the tips I give in this video. So once you finish, you can use that clip as a reference. You can always watch back the video too, or leave a comment if you're stuck. Now then, you should be ready for the next step, the takeoff. Now that you know how to prop the ball, you need to actually, jump. This part is the part that makes or breaks your air dribble, so listen closely. There are a couple key points, so we're going to go through it in order. The first thing to note is that you do not need to jump right after propping the ball up. This can be good if you need to go fast, like in higher ranks when opponents will insta-chow you and make you want to snap your monitor in two. I'm ceiling pinching. He's pre-jump! But if you're just now learning, there's a good chance you won't be playing against the most defensively smart players. The benefit of jumping a little bit after is that you can use that time you're still on the wall to position for when you actually jump. Sometimes if you get a bad setup and jump right after, you will literally just be so far away from the ball that you might as well just own goal, because you are not getting back to that shit. So make sure you don't launch off the wall right away. Doesn't need to be a super long wait, but just not instantly. The second thing to note, which complements what we just talked about, is that your touch needs to be from under the ball. This is kind of why you don't want to jump right away, as you're more likely to be level with the ball, making it harder to get under, whereas taking a bit more time lets you float up towards the ball. Okay, we're done with that. We know how to approach the first touch. But what about the first touch itself? Let's not waste time here. For your first touch, do not hit the ball hard. This is the most common mistake that I see when helping people on stream. Twitch.tv/FishyDolphin, I stream daily. Please check me out. Thank you. Their issue is that they'll boost too hard into the ball for their first touch, and it makes the rest of the dribble a complete wash, because the ball will just not be close enough to keep controlling. Well, let me slow down. How do you actually avoid hitting the ball too hard? Remember how I said earlier that you don't want to be boosting too hard during your setup? Well, this is why. You're going to need to control your boost to keep the ball close. That's the secret. Basically, when you do your takeoff properly, you should be approaching the ball from below. And you're most likely going to need to boost to reach up from below. But what's important is that you do not boost all the way through. This will make your first touch significantly weaker, allowing you to actually keep it glued to your car like the montages that you see. Okay, editor's note. Do people still watch montages? This is like, it's not that they're bad. Like, I like montages. I feel like just montage culture has really died down in this game. I think it's just because people are so desensitized to like cool shots now. They're like all used to it, man. Like, come on, montages are still so cool. Whatever, who cares? Once you get through the first touch, all that's left is directing it towards the net. Unlike all the other steps that are mostly unchanging, this one can vary a lot depending on what you want to do. For now, we'll focus on the most simple method without any extra mechanics. With the setup we went through, you should be somewhat positioned properly to carry it all the way, or at least most of the way through. There's not really a secret to this step. Just remember not to boost too hard so that you keep it close, and stay slightly below the ball so you don't lose control. It's pretty much the same philosophy as the first touch, but now you can put a little more power into each touch as you begin to fly towards the net. Unsurprisingly, this won't come first try, but with repetition, you'll get better at controlling both your car and the ball. Alrighty then, it's time to put everything we learned into practice. First off, we approach the setup at an angle while making sure we don't boost too hard. Then, once the ball is propped up, we make sure that our car is properly positioned, then we jump. From this jump, we float up to the ball while again making sure we don't put too much muscle into our first touch. Okay, once the first touch looks good, we can start to speed up. Make sure you stay under the ball and again, keep feathering boost to avoid hitting it too hard as we make our way to a nice top shelf finish. Well, now it's your turn. Go ahead and give it some attempts in free play. And is that it? Have you finally done it? Probably not. It might still be scuffed as hell. That's totally okay though. I explained it step by step so that we can break down and pinpoint exactly which parts are our biggest roadblocks. What are some of the errors that you could make? Well, sometimes you may not be getting enough control because you're not going under enough on your first touch. Other times you may just be hitting the ball way too hard, causing you to have to chase after, waste your boost, blah, blah, blah. I think the easiest way to figure it out is by clicking on Create Private Match and then in the mutator settings, turn on Disable Goal Reset. Maybe turn on Infinite Boost too. If you do, try with and without it. See if that makes a difference. Then just start spamming air dribbles and save the replay afterwards. You can watch back those replays at half speed and take a look at which touches that messed everything up, or which step was constantly done bad, as well as the steps that you did good. If you really just don't know, or you're just too lazy to figure it out, you can send a clip in my Discord and I'll help you figure out which thing to work on, free of charge. Well, okay, maybe follow the Twitch, okay? That's your payment now, follow the Twitch. Trying to fix your air dribbles only needs one thing: practice. Don't worry, I made a training pack for you guys. This training pack will test your air dribbling skills, starting out easy and getting harder as you progress. There is only like 5 shots though, so it's not the longest pack. There's plenty more out there and I'll try to link some more in the description. In the training pack I made, don't forget you can mirror each shot. I made it so that you can practice on both sides of the field. And now you should be a whole lot better at understanding air dribbles, as well as hitting them. While I have been teaching the simple way to do it, there is no doubt that there are many different ways that players utilize air dribbling, and I encourage you to try some of these other mechanics that center around air dribbling once you get comfortable enough. Oh yeah, and if you need more clarification, don't be afraid to drop a comment. I respond to all of them, so yeah, say whatever, who cares? We also have a Discord. You can show me clips. My chat is just really cool and I like seeing all the dumb stuff they get up to. You can always watch me live on Twitch, where I stream daily around like 6 p.m. PST. But that's all for now. Hopefully I catch you soon. If you enjoyed all the effort I put into this video, please do remember to subscribe, okay? Thank you again for all the support. All right, we out. Bye-bye.